Well, all I know is I'm becoming more and more fuddy-duddy. I don't know how to deal with this tech stuff. Skype is like old hat, and it's too much for me. I don't know what they're doing with their TikTok and their Snap. I want to yell at the kids to get off my lawn, but they don't ever get out of the basement. I can't even do that. I gotta yell at the neighbor kids to get out of my lawn from
What the fuck did this become a monologue? Shut the fuck up. Welcome back, everybody. Jesus fucking Christ. We got a fucking Bond villain on today.
Right. I've got sharks in this thing. Watch out. Watch out.
Like you're going to tell us the whole plan, giving us ample time to overthrow it, just out of nowhere. And the mustache actually doesn't help. It makes you look like you're about to tie somebody to a fucking railroad track. All right?
I haven't. It's you guys are in Montana. I'm in South Dakota. Canada's only over there. Snively had to start somewhere.
Oh, no. We are not in Montana. All right. That fat fuck is in Montana. I am in civilization, unlike you two. Okay.
Where's civilization, Tony? Nice
Florida.
To meet you, by the way.
I'm in fucking Florida. Nice to meet you too.
Florida. Fucking, we have the Florida man on the line with us, and he came down from the Northeast. I can tell by his dialect there.
Oh yeah, Tony's definitely Florida man.
Yeah, I'm from DC originally.
Okay, see, I know who's up there. My mom was from Jacksonville, Florida, originally.
That's where I live.
That's where he lives.
You know how to fight.
That I do.
No, ain't no way around it.
Anyways, Tony, last week you did not let us perish. All right, you saved the world, and all great heroes, when they do something so triumphant, they got to have a sequel. They get their sequel.
We're not bringing up ass fucking again, all right?
Yes, we are.
Jesus fucking Christ!
Yes,
why is it dude? What is wrong with you? Okay, what the actual fuck is wrong with you?
No,
I have to ask.
Just listen. All right. The world's been saved.
The fat's gotten to your fucking brain.
It's been a bit, but then the asteroid's like, you know what? No, fuck them. I should have done it anyway, even though big guy took it in the ass. So the asteroid stops, spins, turns around, starts heading back towards us. They find out there's a way to detour it though, and once again, the world's looking to you, Tony. The world's looking to you, but it needs a specific guy. Now, last time you took on Ching Chong, and we were all very grateful. But this time, it's a very specific guy who's been described to have what is known as a baby's arm, if you will, please, sir.
Okay, so hold on a minute. First of all, I've got to, like, every time you talk, right, it hurts my fucking brain. Every fucking time. Because, like, I swear to God, you give me, like, a minor aneurysm every fucking time. Like, I'm not kidding. I smell fucking toast every time you open your fucking mouth. But, last time I had Kung Pao chicken up my ass. This time I'm taking Michael fuck Duncan, you know? And I've got to ask one thing. How'd the asteroid do, like, Papa Yui? Like, how the fuck did that happen? Right? What propulsion device?
It used the moon. It used the moon.
We are not Apollo 13ing this shit, all right?
Yes, we are. Yeah. Are you going to save us, Tony? Are you going to save us yet again?
No, that's a dickhead asteroid. Everybody deserves to die anyway.
So I don't understand the question. So is he saying that there's an asteroid that's going to fuck us, or is he saying that Michelle Obama is going to rape Tony?
He's basically saying that Michelle Obama is going to rape me and the asteroid's going to give up.
Fair. Well, you know, I mean, but.
And his name's Michael, by the way. His name's Michael Obama.
Yeah. My bad. Big Mike, my bad.
Tony, you do this, no taxes ever again. All the money you could ever hope for.
No, that's what they told me last time. That's what they told me last. Who's running this shit? Is the guy from the fucking Rock running this shit? Is he the same fucker that promised Sean Connery that he was going to get out? Is it that guy?
It is that guy.
Worldwide holiday. You continue to have a worldwide holiday, Tony Day, where we all celebrate your most unfortunate experiences.
I mean, it's basically a choice of asteroid or ash destroyed is what you're talking, and I'm not comfortable with either one of those.
Tony, we need you.
This is a spin on the question. Would you take it in the butt for $1 million? Is that what?
Basically, we got into this whole shit last week. We got into this whole shit last week.
All right. See, I wasn't here last week because I'm a fuddy-duddy, and I don't know how y'all do this future back past shit.
We know you're a fuddy-duddy. We can tell by your audio.
Yeah, you can. This computer
Like, my audio is nice and crisp and collected. Jared's is usually all over the fucking place because he refuses to put the microphone anywhere near his fucking face. And then
it's right fucking here. It is right fucking here.
It took 83 fucking episodes for me to get that microphone close to his face. 83 fucking episodes.
God.
83 fucking episodes.
It took about 60. It only took about 60, motherfucker.
That's still way more than it should have.
As a fuddy-duddy myself, I always speak really loud when I don't have to. So if I have the microphone right there, I will blow out the speakers.
I'm one of those, dude, I'm naturally loud, but if I can hear my own voice, I can control it. Which is why when we're in the band room, I have headphones.
All right, you caught me. I'm just fucking cheap. You caught me. All right,
it's
you
okay.
got me.
It's okay.
Yeah, how are you a comedian without your own personal fucking podcasting microphone?
I have a question. I didn't know there were any Jews in South Dakota.
Well, it's a spiritual thing, you know. It's also I'm also a spy because I'm actually German, Scottish, Irish, French, but I've got the beard. So what I do, I make a little haggle. They don't know. Hang out.
Hold on a minute.
All the food event.
German, Scottish, Irish, and French. You just come from a long history of fucking war losers, motherfucker.
I am a cornucopia of European sperm. That is.
Oh, dude. Is surrendering just in your dialect? Like, is that the first word you learned?
Listen, what are you doing in my nursery as a child? All right, how did you get in there, and why didn't I know about it?
Can you say mama? No. Say dada. Retreat.
Oh, he's pushing the face. That is the whole. I like to make fun of France.
I
love making fun of France. It's like one of my favorite fucking things in the world.
I watched Kevin be defeated one night back in our LA days. We were doing this open mic at a pot store, and Kevin ate a whole thing of ice cream, and he was just like, I think I ate the whole thing. I think I'm staying here tonight.
I'm freaking out, man. You are freaking out. Man.
I just parked around. That did happen. I don't know if I bombed, but I thought I had a good set, but I was definitely.
I saw Jerry retreat. That was funny.
You were in the back. You were in the green room area, motherfucker. You didn't see shit.
I saw everything because I like randomly popped out because I wanted to catch some of Jer's set. Unfortunately, Jer was being very rude to a person in the audience who was performing their own comedy set, and they were performing it much louder than the person with the microphone, unfortunately. And fucking Jer just gave up. He was like, I had 6 minutes of material left. I'm like, you didn't have minute one, motherfucker. They attacked you as soon as you got on stage, right? They like watching Jer try to tell jokes in front of that crowd was like watching Kamala Harris take over the fucking presidency. Like that's exactly what it was like. Just fucking attacked.
I feel for you, Jer. I've been there. I mean, we all been there. That's the thing about it. Once you have a bomb, you have got to have a good show as soon as you can after that bomb, or you are going to have a liver problem. It's that simple.
And that's physically impossible. That's a paradox of epic proportions because Jer's incapable of having a good show.
Oh, no.
So I want to take you back. I want to take you boys back to yesteryear, though. Do you boys remember when they used to keep live animals at the fucking grocery store? Even in Walmart, even in the grocery section in Walmart.
Yeah, they call it breeders.
Maybe that's some country shit that I'm just not accustomed to, because the only live animals we had in our grocery stores was lobsters.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm
right
fucking talking about.
Because I mean, like fucking, like I assumed being from Montana, there's like, oh, you want chicken? All right, well let me.
Well, you ain't far off, Florida. Here's the deal. When I was a kid, like Jared, you go to Walmart, you get you a cat that was in some sort of war zone, or a fish that's got AIDS, or like a lizard that's got a tumor on one eye, so it can't. Literally, like they had the most fucked up, dying, sad critters in a whole aisle in the back of the store next to the cat toys for like.
Hold on a minute. When you were a kid like Jared, so you're a fat kid too?
I wasn't a fat kid, motherfucker.
Oh, I was. I still got a little.
You've seen pictures of me. I was fit as a fiddle. All right.
Dude, I swear to God, man, you don't get like small to taking up an entire Chase lounge with your ass and 75% of a TV overnight. All right, there's no way that fucking happened. You keep saying you were like, I wasn't fat back then, and back then must have been a long fucking time ago.
It
right?
was a long fucking time ago.
It must have been so fucking long ago that Joe Biden wasn't in office yet. Like it had to have been long, long ago in a galaxy far away.
I think it's been like about 18 years now or so. It's been a while.
All right, so hold on a minute. We got to talk about something. And we're gonna.
We're not done talking. We're not done talking about how they used to keep fucking animals in the grocery store, motherfucker. All right.
I mean, that's because nobody gives a shit. Nobody gives a shit.
Like that. But it always fascinated me watching the lobsters. I was like, why the fuck are they selling pets at the goddamn grocery store?
Lobsters aren't pets, you dumb bastard. Right?
I didn't know that as a kid. I didn't know that as a child.
By the way, I have to say that the Titanic in 1912, that was a tragedy. Okay, that was a tragedy, but it was a fucking miracle for those goddamn lobsters. They were like, our time has come.
They were praying, man. Those lobsters were making lobster crucifixes and shit. They had their beads.
Right.
Whatever happened to the lobster tank in the grocery store, though? Why'd that go away?
I don't know.
Why did it vanish? Like at some point in the mid '90s, they just kind of like.
It's probably something to do with government bureaucracy, honestly, because fucking like the health department probably said something like, oh, it's not fucking safe to commingle shellfish and this, that, and the other. Like, fuck, the health department said something, right? It had to be like the Board of Health or like the EPA. They're like we ran an environmental study, and it's just absolutely atrocious that we've allowed this to go on for so long. Like, it had to have been Clinton. It had to have been. I blame fucking Clinton for like 90% of the shit that went wrong in the 90s.
All right, but
listen here real quick though, because Clinton knew about them Chinese, and he knew them Chinese were just as confused as Jerry Bear whenever they went into the Walmart and they had food that people were buying as pets. They said, why'd they put the dog food in the cat food section?
No, honestly, fucking no. You gotta. Bill Clinton would have done it, but he would have done it. He's like, listen, the Chinese are very confused when they walk into the grocery store and they're like, what is all this doing in the grocery store?
Oh my God, motherfucker!
Listen, no, he's right. Listen, it is not a coincidence that the most well-known breed of Chinese dog is called a Chow. It'll feed a family of 4. That's a big dog.
I can't believe you did the eye thing, motherfucker. God damn it, Tony. Fucking every goddamn week, you are looking for new and creative ways to get us fucking canceled. I swear to God.
Oh, no, I've just begun. We've only just begun.
Motherfucker, it's episode 83. This didn't just start. All right, it's almost 2 years in, you son of a bitch.
By the way, I've got to tell everybody I'm writing a new film. I'm writing a new screenplay, and it's going to be the funniest fucking thing that I've ever written. And this honestly, it started off because I was watching The Core. And for anybody that has seen that movie, some of it is scientifically correct, like some of it, very minimal, but like some of it at least, right? It wasn't like Armageddon where you're just sitting there going, "What the fuck is Michael Bay doing?" Right? Fucking, I'm writing a movie. All right, I'm writing a disaster movie, and this disaster film is going to differ from most disaster films because this film is going to have accurate American government bureaucracy in this fucking film, right? It's going to be great. It is going to start off as an action-packed fucking life or death situation and devolve very quickly into comedy. And not like written comedy. It's going to be just natural shit. All right? Like the scientists, there's something that's about to, like a cataclysmic fucking event, right, is about to happen. It's going to end the fucking world, right? And the scientists, they band together and they find out how to fucking stop it. They're like, we can stop this. We have figured out everything. And then all of a sudden, the government shows up. And the government's like, we have to run an environmental impact study as to how this plan is going to affect our environment in the next 10 years. And it's going to cost this much money. And they're like, what the fuck? And then the EPA shows up. They're like, we need to test samples of your equipment to make sure it is not going to negatively impact the badger population of whatever fucking state, right? Then the OSHA's going to show up. They're like, hey, everybody stop working. Put on your safety glasses, your shoes, and your fucking gloves. All right? Do you have a forklift license, you son of a bitch? Like, oh, my God, it's just going to fucking devolve very quickly. And it's, the greatest fucking thing in the world. The greatest thing in the entire world is the fact that, like, whatever part we need for whatever vessel we need to take wherever the fuck we're going to stop this shit is only located in a country that we have a trade embargo with. So we have to hit the fucking floor of Congress to lift the trade embargo so we can get that part so we can save the fucking world. And the end of the movie, right? We have like 3 weeks to do this. The end of the movie, and we're going to come like drastically close to maybe possibly being able to build this vessel, right? We're going to get very, very close, and the movie's going to abruptly end, and it's going to Monty Python style subtitles. It's like, we died because government sucks. Luckily, we took them with us.
I figured you were going to go the Galaxy Quest route where he stops at one.
No, absolutely not. It's going to be fucking brilliant. It's going to be fucking brilliant. Bunch of lawyers that have been disbarred for unethical conduct have fucked up the world-saving event that we have tried to fucking. You know what? We're gonna get people that look like they know nothing about science too. Like one of them is gonna be Sam Jackson. It has to be, because every time the government shows up, just motherfucker.
We gotta have him. You know, here's what you gotta do: make it a whole season. Each episode is each agency fucking it up. As soon as you think the scientists got through, no, here's OSHA comes kicking in the door. That's the cliffhanger for the next. You could run that on infinitely. Oh, yeah. Man, you got you a How I Met Your Mother right there, buddy.
9 years of fucking trying this shit, and it takes place over 3 weeks.
Yeah. That'd be hilarious.
There's endless possibilities with this.
Oh, and it's so true. We need that stuff, too, for real, though, because we are dealing with some downright retarded communists. And they pull that shit because, you know what, they're useless, and they figure if they can put enough static between their uselessness and the problem they're making worse, people might not notice it's kind of them.
I actually read something that made me very, very angry the other day.
That's fucking new.
Somebody started some shit about Roe v. Wade. And I said, before you fucking talk about Roe v. Wade and the Republicans, right, I'm going to fucking stop you right there. Because there was a point in time, right, it was 2008 to 2010, that the United States had a supermajority in the Senate, a supermajority in the House, and they had the executive branch, right? Everything you need to pass a law quickly, y'all had. And they didn't do shit about Roe v. Wade. You want to know why? Because the Democrats don't care about you. The Democrats don't give a fuck about you. Right? They could have enshrined this shit into fucking law, but they didn't because they can't bitch about it then, right? They can't run for re-election on the fact that Republicans hate your reproductive rights, son of a bitch. They can't fucking do it.
right, but you say that like Republicans give a shit, but they don't.
No. Here's my thing. Though. That wasn't the part that pissed me off. The part that pissed me off was I read just to make sure what years it was before I made my statement. Right? What years were the supermajority? Right? And 2 fucking years of Congress, they met 79 days. 79 fucking days out of 720.
Just a little. It's like 11%. It's like just slightly over 10%.
Actually, no. 730. My bad. My math was off.
This is one nation under fire material, motherfucker.
No. But I have somebody that actually knows shit about policy and politics, and not you, right? Somebody can listen to this shit. Because every time I talk politics, Jared's like, I have no fucking idea what's going on here. Every fucking time.
Oh, I know my politics. I just don't want to get too off in the high grass because I know this much. I mean, I can get going on this. I even asked the Russian. I said, man, what do you think? What do you think about Roe versus Wade? He looked at me. He said,
fuck those women. Those women need to shut the fuck up and do it as they're told.
Well, this fucked the punchline, but very much. No. It's all good.
I don't give shit.
I don't give shit. You take shit, you have to put it back. That is the people's poop. This is Soviet custom from a long time ago. A friend of mine made that joke a long time ago. But, politically speaking,
in Mother Russia, shit take you.
We call this life. This is all big one toil. No, though, I got to the politics thing is wild right now because it is totally dominating everything, and we can't really stay out of it. I mean, Jerry, you're in Montana. I'm in South Dakota. First time I saw an armed uprising, face to face and not on the internet. It was in my town of Gillette. Not the best a man can get, as you can see, but it was in 2020. There was a BLM. There was almost a riot. And here's the thing. I don't know down there in Jacksonville, Florida, if you know much about Wyoming and Montana. Let me tell you something about Wyoming.
How the fuck did Black Lives Matter get into South Dakota?
Yeah, that's what I'm getting to. Wyoming, not known for its ethnic diversity. I don't know if you know that about Wyoming. There's just, you don't think Wyoming, Jamaica. You think Wyoming, sunscreen. And here's the thing. There was what it was all synthetic. It was all bullshit. The locals probably weren't even, there were probably like 10 autistic lefties in the crowd that they spurned up, and then they brought people from out of town. None of us had seen the protesters before or since. So what we're dealing with is seeping into this, middle of nowhere where we thought we got away with it. So, Jared, you got to watch out up there in Billings. They're coming for you.
I'll be all right.
He's going to be all right. It's illegal to be black in Montana.
That's true.
Oh no, they tried to have a Black Lives Matter event here in Jacksonville, and that shit stopped real quick, right? Because you look at the news around the fucking United States, and they're burning down cities and shit. As soon as one fire started, right? They lit up one cop car in Jacksonville, one JSO cruiser, and the tear gas and tasers came out.
We ain't letting that happen down here. No, we know what it's like.
Tear gas, tasers, rubber bullets, like they were fucking on top of it. Like there was absolutely nothing. Like it lasted for 15 fucking minutes. It was amazing. JSO was just like absolutely like a beaver looking at running water. Absolutely fucking not. Like.
Well, it makes sense too. I've been to Jacksonville. They're like, no. This is gonna domino. We gotta stop the domino.
It started in downtown Jacksonville, right? Started in downtown Jacksonville. They were like, "There's no way this is making it to fucking Riverside." Like,
anyway,
those fucking gays are gonna stay over there and shut the fuck up. We're gonna contain this shit in downtown, right? If a couple hundred homeless die, who gives a shit, right? It'll clean up the streets. I was just like, I'm voting for him for sheriff.
Well, I mean, it's craziness, man. When you're in a Midwest town And there's riots like it's my anyway. Back to lobsters in the Walmart.
Actually, I do want to go back to more yesteryear. Because
Fair.
I don't know if your parents told you guys this, but anybody else. But did either of your parents lie to you and go when you wanted to turn the light on in the car and they're like, it's illegal. And we fucking bought it.
Yeah. Well, mine. I don't know if they said that. It was more like I turned the light on, and then my dad would become a barking. What do they call those dogs? A Doberman pinscher. Turn it off.
No. You see, my dad didn't tell me. My dad didn't lie to me. He didn't say it was illegal. He just turned around and looked at me and said, "Turn the fucking light off."
Yeah. There you go.
All right.
I was a little privileged white boy, so I'm like, oh, you can't do that. That's illegal, honey. And it came from my soft, comforting mother.
That's because you're a soft son of a bitch, is what happened. Now, speaking of fighting and racism, let's talk about this. I went to go see Deadpool last night, and I'm not going to talk about the film because there are many people that watch this podcast that haven't seen it yet. I went and saw Deadpool last night, right? And it was good. It was really good. It was fucking highly recommended. Highly recommended. It's a fantastic fucking film. There's a lot of shit that happened in this film that, again, you got to see it. It's going to take you by surprise, right? There's a lot of fucking cameos. There's a lot of like Marvel stroking. Then there's a lot of Disney opposition. All right. We're going to put like literally. So that's how you fucking do a superhero, Disney, like 100%. Right. But at the end of the movie, right? The movie ends. The fucking lights are coming on. They're playing the mid-credit scene, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm sitting there. It's a nice date night with the wife. And then all of a sudden, I see a fucking Coke just fly over the fucking stair railing and into my seating section, right? Covers me and the old lady in fucking Coke. And I'm just fucking pissed. Immediately, both of us fucking hop up looking for these motherfuckers, right? Both of us hop up and look for these motherfuckers. And she said, who fucking does that? Who fucking, those motherfuckers? And I'm like, well, statistically, it was the blacks.
In Jacksonville?
It was probably somebody familiar with your content, Tony.
It was probably those fucking moolies that were sitting down 2 rows from us. And like they fucking hauled ass. Because they knew. Because we ran into somebody in the parking lot that I know, and they were like, yeah, these kids came paling out of here fucking just running their fucking asses off. And I was like, yeah, it's probably because they like soaked a dude that looks like me in Coca-Cola, you know?
Are you sure it was Coca-Cola? What was it in fact Coca-Cola?
Everything's Coke down here. It doesn't matter what it is.
No, it matters because it's fucking pop, motherfucker. It's fucking, goddamn.
It's Coke,
no,
right?
Fuck you. Fuck you.
It was a sticky situation. And at that time, I mean, I might have just feared for my fucking life at that point. You know, you never know. But see, that's the thing. That's the reason why we go to the theater we go to. You know, if I wanted some shit like that, I'd have taken my ass to the fucking AMC, right? I expect that shit at the fucking AMC. But no, we went to the white theater in Argyle, the nice fucking neighborhood, because we expected a little bit of fucking courtesy. God damn it.
You know, I just don't. When's the last time? I think the last movie I went to see in the theaters, I literally don't know. I think it was Dune.
I think
fucking long time ago.
Single. Yeah, I'm very single, and let me tell you something. You go to see a movie like Dune, there's nobody in the theater. It's just me and my singleness, and maybe there was a cat that walked in. I don't know.
Somebody brought a baby and 2 toddlers into that fucking movie theater, and as soon as I heard the fucking baby fucking, I was like, motherfucker.
That is some ratchet shit. You're bringing a baby to Deadpool? What kind of ratchet shit is that? That is
just like they probably couldn't afford a babysitter. I'm like, then they don't get to go to the fucking movies tonight.
Or they can pirate it online for free. You can literally watch a bootleg for free right now in your living room. It's not great, but it's better than, you know.
I'm sitting there in the fucking movie theater going, this is why I don't fucking go anywhere. Like, God damn it. Fuck, this is why This is why I watch everything on streaming at the house. I'll buy like Bad Boys. I'm buying that shit. I'm buying that shit on fucking Amazon to buy it, like to fucking watch it. I'm not paying $20 to go to the fucking theater
every fucking week. What are you talking about? You don't?
Yeah, I go to one bar. I only go to one bar.
And who still goes to the bar at our age? Oh my God.
People that actually have some lead left in their pencil. People that can still get it up.
Don't you attack my libido, you son of a bitch.
I will attack your libido, you son of a bitch. When's the last time you seen your dick? It's been over 2 years, which is long enough to declare it legally dead. All right.
I am not that fat. Fuck you.
He's just sitting. He's about to go into the fucking Rocco from Boondock Saints. You can suck my pathetic little dick.
No. I'm about to snap a picture of this hog and fucking put you to shame.
Let's not do that. The NSA is definitely watching, and you don't want them to have a picture of it.
I'd send you a dick. I'd send you a dick pic back if you did that. But I mean, dude, I'm kind of running low on cash. You have no idea what it's like to hire an aerial photographer.
Yes. Your aerial photographer. I knew you were gonna go there. I knew you were gonna fucking take it there. You fuck.
Dude, if I sent you a dick pic, your phone would get physically heavier. Okay.
Oh, fuck off.
Yeah, it's because it'd be pregnant. He would impregnate your phone. A little Nokia would pop out the little slot on the bottom there.
Is Nokia even still making shit?
Well, when they're impregnated into a smartphone that way, they are. It's a whole thing, you know. It's a sci-fi thing.
By the way, I want to take a moment. We're gonna talk about wasted jobs here. They made a fucking protector for the Nokia brick, and that had to be the most useless fucking job in the entire world. They make that little case for the Nokia. I think it was to protect the floor from the Nokia more than the Nokia from the floor. Because I mean,
it's like the Secret Service agents grasping Trump's massive balls after they started firing into the crowd, and he helped lead them to safety.
Oh yeah, they had to swing from his gigantic nutsack.
Oh God.
It did. That was wild, wasn't it? What was Melissa McCarthy? I didn't even know she was in the Secret Service.
Right? I didn't know. I had no idea.
I thought she was an actress. I thought she was just a sometimes almost funny fat actress. I didn't realize she was, protecting the president.
I think the greatest thing is the fact that like fucking CNN put out like loud noises heard at Trump rally. That was the sound of Trump's brass balls.
Oh,
right?
Fuck off. They are not.
Clang, 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 clang.
Like I'm gonna say again, we're gonna talk about this because that photo never should have fucking happened. Right? You never should have been able to see this much of the president after an assassination attempt. Right? Fucking I watched the Secret Service I watched Secret Service footage from when Reagan was shot, and they jumped on his ass. They were on him like shit on a blanket. It was fucking ridiculous, right? And then you had the one chick in the back of Trump's that was just giving like a concerned moan, like, oh, oh no, Billy, no.
Gun out. She was like, "How do I get this gun out of this holster?" That was a moan of frustration. She couldn't figure it out.
And then she couldn't get it back in. She just gave up.
Yeah, that's like me after a few drinks. It happens though, you know. You try, you can't get it in there, you just go to sleep.
Bullshit,
forget about it.
All right. Because last election, somebody yelled gun. All right. And that motherfucker, fucking gone. Fucking, you couldn't see him. Brass balls. Go fuck yourself.
Well, hold on. He makes a good point, though, because about 100 people yelled, "He's got a gun," for about a fucking half hour.
And Trump was like, "Listen, if you'll direct your attention to this fucking screen right here."
Yeah. That was wild. Why the fuck did they wait a half hour? They're trying to kill the man. He rocked it. But, man, that DEI shit, I tell you what, that's what happened to the Lobsters, Jer. They hired a bunch of DEI people at the Walmart, and all the water cockroaches just died.
I can't stand lobster anyway. Like fucking, like not even just because I'm fucking allergic to shellfish. I can't stand people that eat lobster because Like, why would you pick the armored fish? Like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
The first day me and Tony met, he was like, "I'm allergic. I can't eat it." And I was like, "You and me are making out after I'm done here." He goes, "That's fucking attempted murder."
It is. But I sat there watching him struggle for 45 fucking minutes to get that much meat.
I didn't struggle. It just takes a while.
Well, that's why women like lobsters so much, you know? They struggle all this time just to get that much meat, and through the lobster dinner, men can understand.
No, because when I get my wife home, she's getting some schmeat.
Schmeat, all right.
But the only one who almost died that day was me.
Yeah, he almost died because he's fat.
It's not because I'm fat. It's because I have acid reflux, you fuck.
That's a fat disease.
I've had it since I was skinny, motherfucker.
Okay, well, you just have a weak bloodline then.
You don't hear a lot about people from Namibia who need to have the Pepto-Bismol. They don't need Pepto-Bismol in Namibia. You know what they need in Namibia? Some kind of food. Any kind of food. What, you got a piece of bean in a piece of shit? I eat that because otherwise I die. That's why
I love how you get on me for doing the Indian accent, but he can do like the fucking Central African accent. You don't say shit.
That's why he's not on TV anymore, motherfucker. He's already been canceled.
Oh man, dude, they've been trying to cancel me. I just don't give a fuck.
No, it's not. They do. They're bad about it, but it's just, you know what it is. It's that whole holier than thou small comedy clique thing where everybody starts circle jerking and they don't want to let you in, and then you realize, wait a minute, I don't want to be in their circle jerk. That's gross. What was wrong with me? I don't need it. I can do my own circle jerk, and then good to go.
I was doing an interview with somebody one time, and they asked me why I don't. They said you're genuinely funny. Like you're just off the cuff. You're funny. If you just like removed some of the offensive language, it would open you up to such a broader audience. I said, I don't want that audience. I want my audience. All right. I want people that come to see me because I'm fucking abrasive and offensive and I can be myself. You know, that's where comedy is fun. You know, if you can't be yourself in comedy, you shouldn't be telling fucking jokes. And they said, well, have you ever been like contracted to work clean? I said one time. It was one time. The promoter asked me if I would do a clean set. Like basically they hired me on for the show and then told me it was going to be clean. And he goes, dude, you can't curse. You can't use any foul language and you can't be abrasive and offensive. I said, what the fuck do you expect me to do up there? He goes, just tell your normal jokes. Just, you know, like find new ways to say shit. I'm like, you can go fuck yourself. How about that one? And he said, dude, pretend your mother's there. I was like, my mother called me and asked me if I was doing the dick jokes. Like, are you fucking serious? And he goes, well, pretend your grandmother's there. I was like, my grandmother called and said she's like not coming if I'm not doing the dick jokes. He goes, well, pretend my grandmother's there. I was like, funny you should mention that because your grandmother. I made it about because I was contractually obligated to do 45 minutes that night, and I did about probably 11 minutes of solid clean comedy, right? 11 minutes, and then something happened, and it was one of those things like I forgot that I used the word fuck like a comma, so I ended one of the jokes and I was like, well, so fuck, shit, god damn it. And it just like everybody just fucking bated breath because I told everybody I was going to try a clean set that night and everybody was just like, yeah, fucking all right. And like as soon as I said it, there was just fucking silence in the crowd. And I just went, well, cat's out of the fucking bag now. Let's give you the show you came to see. And I got the biggest fucking applause I've ever gotten.
Yeah, they like that. It's a rough situation because sometimes the booker won't let you, but then sometimes that booker is wrong. Well, I don't know. It's you got to be able to work clean, but here's the weird thing about modern clean audiences. You can't just be clean. You also have to be PC. And it's retarded. You can't even say retarded. It's so retarded, you can't say retarded. Gay, faggoty shit, I tell you. So what'll happen is you're doing a G-rated joke, but you mention the word midget, and now you're not PC, and you get kicked out of the Van Nuys public Friday festival because you can't say midget. And then the guy behind you does a joke about banging because Van Nuys is literally the porno capital of the world, and it's okay to do jokes about anal in Van Nuys in front of a crowd of children, but you can't say midget. I got kicked off that show. I kid you not.
They have a festival in fucking Van Nuys?
Well, you know what it's like in the summer when they close down a street in like Bozeman or Billings?
Yeah.
And what's his name? Billy Batts got me the show. He was running it. And
oh, okay.
I was doing a half hour, and I got about 15 minutes in, and I did this joke. And I'm not going to do it in character, so don't worry, Tony. I did. If a small duck's a duckling, a small goose is a gosling. When a midget takes a dump, is that a dumpling? That's the joke. And this sprite-haired, meth-eyed, 4-foot-tall bitch out of the taint of the devil got right up in front of me, and I told her to go back and check with her manager. So she got right back and just started, and I would have given her the business, but I liked Billy, and I didn't want to ruin his chance of booking that show again. And here's the thing. I probably should have just thrown him under the bus, because as her and the British guy are berating me for doing this joke, the black dude behind me is talking about anal, and he's using the microphone as a prop. And I'm sitting here thinking, fuck these guys. And it was the weirdest thing. It was clean and PC. It was, well, and that's the thing. It's hard, and you got to be able to do them, though. I like to be free, but the damn PC element screws all of us clean or dirty.
See, the thing that I go off of is the fact that, like I said, like you mentioned the word retarded, and I've said it in my show for fucking years, and I don't give a fuck, but it's always fucking white women, right? It's always fucking like white liberals that fucking get on your goddamn case on behalf of another fucking group, right? It's like there's this white liberal chick sitting there fucking talking. I cannot believe he said that word. Can you believe he said that word? Turns and looks at next to her and it's like, that was offensive. And the person next to her, right? It's like, he said the word retarded. He goes, shut the fuck up. That was funny.
Nice.
And they're just sitting there laughing, fucking retard laugh, like, and fucking.
Shut up, bitch! I am retarded. I thought that was funny as hell.
Tony, you poison fucking everybody that comes on here. Every fucking body. Like, this is that kind of podcast. I'm like, no. Tony's like, yes, it is that kind of podcast.
Eric Cole's all over here. He's like, I want to do my hot takes about how things are different than the 90s. Here comes Tony. Fucking black people and Coca-Cola.
Oh, and I love it too. I love it like because everybody we were out and I was talking shit one night and we were just out at a bar just chilling out and somebody looked at me and said, you see that is white privilege right there. All right, that is white privilege. And I just looked at him and I looked back at like across the table to my buddy Tron and I was like, anybody gonna tell him? Like he goes, hey, he's a brown people. And he just looked at me and went, what the fuck? I was like, yep. Syrian, bitch. I'll say whatever the fuck I want. How about that one?
You look white as fuck, motherfucker.
You brought a Mac to a PC show. That's what you did.
Oh, I am a person of color. Shut your fucking mouth.
Asshole.
The only thing that tells that story is that giant fucking Coke doing nose of yours.
Listen here, motherfucker. Air's free. Now, fucking but no, it's absolutely fucking. Now, I always laugh at the, like, I was called a person of color because you are a person of color. Like, first of all, that pisses me off because you know what they used to call black people in the 60s? Coloreds, right? That's what they used to call them. That's a fact. You can look it up.
Not this fucking road again. Jesus.
Are you
gonna talk about this fucking again?
They call black people coloreds, right? And then it became black, then it was African Americans, and now it's people of color. So since the 60s to now, we have gone from calling people colored people to calling them colored people.
It's remarkable progress, isn't it?
It's amazing progress. It's fucking phenomenal.
Just get us into the next era. It's beautiful, you know.
It's the same. It's the same thing. It's the same thing as like you have black people arguing segregation now. They're like, we should have black only dormitories, and we should have black only businesses, and we should have black only this and black only that. I'm like, you're starting segregation again. You're starting it again. You don't want to do that. Trust me, white people are way better at this than you. Shh.
No joke, dude. The college I went to, I got a bachelor's degree from Cornell College, not university. I went to the Sam's Club version. And they actually...
he went to the Cornell from Wish.
Well, it's in Iowa.
It's Team U now. It's the Cornell from Team U.
Yeah, I did. It was in Iowa, and they have segregated dorms now. But it was very funny because I was there in 2008, not that long ago. And me and my buddy Cade were walking up the stairs, and they had a belly dancing class. And there were about 20 black chicks with asses bigger than Jer's, and there was like one skinny little white gal in there.
That's hard to do.
My buddy, it was like, one of these things is not like the other. One of these things is not like
why are black chicks taking belly dancing? You realize that one, that has nothing to do with your ass, right? And two, you can't do that when you're 7 months pregnant. And statistically,
will you fuck off? Will you shut the fuck up?
Jeez. They don't know who the father is either.
How did you know that? How did he know that? He's got some skills, this guy. He's got some skills. We were all surprised.
Encourage him. Do not encourage Tony, because he will keep going.
They are 7 months pregnant with their little fucking tax shelter.
Oh, man. And they're crack babies, too. I saw the pipe coming out from between one lady's legs because of the smoke. But anyway, we need to get back to them lobsters.
Anyways, that was Kevin, ladies and gentlemen.
No, you see, that's the thing. That's the thing, dude. If you finger a welfare chick, you'll come out and the fucking rings are missing. Like,
will you fuck all the way off?
No, that could be white too, though. There's white welfare chicks that got a snatch like that. That's why they call it a snatch. Didn't you know? Because it'll.
That is my fucking joke.
Is it? Well, I didn't know that. I was
like, dude, I've met a chick. I've met a chick that can, that's why they call them a snatch. Because fucking, how?
I believe it.
I love that joke. That joke is in the spirit of George Carlin because I wrote that joke with the snapper joke in mind. Snapper's a horrible fucking term for a lawnmower. I've seen a lot of vagina in my day. I've never seen one that can cut grass. maybe do a little light edging, maybe some weed eating, but never cutting grass.
George Carlin, man. But no, it's true, Jer. It's true. It's not an issue of ethnicity. It's an issue of welfare, which cares not for ethnicity. It cares for people serve in the government. And yeah,
right.
You get stuck.
There are white people. There are white people on welfare, significantly less, but there are white people on fucking welfare.
It's fact. And they will. I mean, if they're not Honey Boo Boo, they're gonna snatch the rings off your finger. That's just what's gonna happen.
Can't we just go back to talking about yesteryear?
No, this is a goddamn podcast, and it is fucking chaos. All right, that is the reason. That is the reason our comedy troupe is named the Kings of Chaos, because we talk about this shit live.
And where are you going to be for our next live event, Tony? Where the fuck you going to be?
I'm going to be in Florida.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I'll tell you
honestly, it's because nobody wanted to come to Billings. We sold like 3 tickets. We can't even pay the fucking venue for that.
You know why they call it
free, motherfucker?
You know why they call it Billings, though, don't you?
No.
It's all them doctors, man. It's all them doctors. That's a joke for the locals there, but no, dude, Rapid City.
What locals?
Here, I'm telling you. Yeah, I know. It's just him, and he got it. Didn't you notice?
There are.
Did you seriously just pull out a don't you know?
Yeah, I'm in South Dakota. Where the fuck do you think I am? North Dakota's Diet Canada.
You need to calm down there, Wyoming.
Yeah, he's right, actually. I left Wyoming, and I hope I locked the door, because if I didn't, anybody could be there right now. There's nobody else in the state.
How did you end up in fucking South Dakota anyway?
Affordable housing, man. I own this place now. I mean, it's It was built in 1896. But that was better. I was looking at a place in Gillette, and literally I was at the bank with my dad, and he was going to co-sign on the loan, do a first-time home buyer's loan. And the agent called me up, and he said, "Yeah, sorry, it's under contract." While I'm in the bank getting ready to put it under contract, and that's Gillette, and that was at the end of 2021 when things were going crazy, and everybody like moved to Montana and Wyoming, and they hadn't got the memo about South Dakota yet. So I found a place out here, prayed over a coin, flipped it, ended up in this place. It's affordable, value's going up. I'm happy about that. Got to build equity. See, I still
value's not going up. The value's not. I'm gonna stop you right there. I hate it when people say that shit. The value's not going up. All right. Like they asked me about my fucking house, right? I own my house, and I bought my house for $112,000, right? It's a big ass fucking house for $112,000. Right now, this house is worth just south of $350,000, and everybody's like, "Wow, you got a lot of positive equity, right? Your house is going up." I'm like, "No, my house is not going up in value. Our dollar is going down in value. God damn it."
That's a fact, but that's why you have to do equity, because otherwise you don't get your money back.
Yeah, fucking the house isn't more expensive. The money's worth less.
Yep, and that's the thing. So you got to park your money in an asset that's going to appreciate with the market. Otherwise, you're boned, and they know that, and they're doing it on purpose. And let me tell you something, Jared. They're buying up little houses. I almost bought a house in Moorcroft. If you don't know, Tony, Moorcroft is 1,000 people, and all of them are sad. And the house was $40,000. The house was
you could have left the end off. I would have known. It's a place called Moorcroft, right? Yeah. Everywhere that begins with the word more is always less.
Moorcroft. Doesn't that sound like a place, like a made-up place that you would visit in like a Dungeons and Dragons role-playing game?
I know you're not talking about places that sound made up. I'm still not thoroughly convinced that Montana exists, right?
You know what, actually? Well, I don't know if we're supposed to tell you that. Wyoming, Montana, South Dakota, I mean, don't you understand we're all actually in Russia right now? There is no America. We're in a Siberian plane plugged into a computer getting Mike Obama's ass treatment while the asteroid comes and none of us answer the question. But no, I'm going to buy this house in Moorcroft, and it's only $40,000. That's it. And they were gonna give the offer to the person who bid the most. So I bid slightly over $40,000, and it was bought out from under me in a town of sadness that no one is going to. Why did this happen? Because some big mortgage broker is collecting equity to maintain the value of their assets, and they're doing it across the country, and it is screwing the generation that needs to buy those houses. And they know what they're doing. They know what they're doing.
Fannie Mae and AIG, goddammit, that's how they work.
Yeah,
100%.
They're buying up all the properties, and then all of a sudden the housing market's going to crash.
Oh yeah, and that's the other thing. But conversely, like you said, when it does crash, it's really just going back to normal.
It's absolutely fucking ridiculous to me that nobody sees the signs. Like it's one of those things. Like, dude, I am now part of the economy, and that's when the economy decides to take a shit. This is bullshit.
Oh, true. That's so true. Well, you know, it's like Common Core. Because the Common Core, you get Common Core, you can't think. You can't do math. What? You can't do math in Common Core. 2 + 2 requires an integer relationship and a whole word graph diagram that gives the kindergarten teacher who just wants to get drunk on the weekends and be a slut in the summer an aneurysm. She can't teach these kids. She just gives them an A and says, hey, here's how anal sex works. That's what they're doing to us.
Oh.
I don't know what happened to this fucking episode. It just went off the fucking rails. Jesus Christ.
It's one of those things, man. The schooling system doesn't want smart kids. They want people that are just smart enough to run the machines and just dumb enough not to realize they're getting fucked.
What machines? The machines are running the machines are running the machines now. All right, they don't need them.
Right? It's sad, man. It's sad.
It's a sad state of affairs. It's a sad state of affairs.
That's why we got to call it out. You know, you talking about how things used to be. Well, the reason we got to call this shit out is because how things used to be was better. It was better when you could get a lobster in the Walmart. I agree.
God damn it. I mean, we need to make America great again.
That's right. I want lobsters in every Walmart. I want every Target to be selling weird ass crabs. I mean, different than the ones that you'll find in the kids section with all the satanic, crotch clothing. Different crabs than those. Not those crabs. They're not giving us our best. Target doesn't give you the best.
One of my favorite things. One of my favorite questions I've ever been asked in an interview, hands down, is what is different from when you were a kid to now? And I said, well, I have two answers to this question. And one of them's funny and one of them's very true. Both of them are true, but one's funny and one's like creepily true. One, I remember when water was free and you had to pay for porn. Okay, that's a big difference, right?
Yeah.
Because now it's the exact opposite. But the more important one is when I was a kid, we laughed at comedians and listened to politicians. And now it is the exact opposite.
Isn't that weird? That's so fucking weird. That's so fun. When I was a kid, I'm with you. When I was a kid, a sausage McMuffin, delicious breakfast treat from McDonald's. 2024, a sausage McMuffin, that's a Scottish tranny.
And
I call that joke Mrs. Doubtfire.
I love it.
That's a fact.
Not to mention the fact that sausage McMuffins are now $84,000 for no fucking reason at all.
And their value didn't go up.
So the prices, first of all, they're trying to convince us that gas went from $1.80 to $5 because the economy's doing better. All right, first and foremost, let's just put that the fuck out there. Secondly, whoever's setting the prices for whatever the fuck we need to buy apparently used to work for AMC concessions counter because everything's fucking expensive.
Oh God, here we go again.
I'm not kidding. You can look this shit up. If you go to AMC and try to buy concessions, they offer a financing option now.
You know why that is? China owns AMC, and they know the only people that are going to go to the AMC in Jacksonville, Florida, are the folks that might need. It's all right, Mon Jamal Warren. You want to finance a day of popcorn? We finance you the popcorn. We finance you the popcorn. You pay 55 installment of $2. Okay?
Oh.
We finance you the popcorn.
You gotta squint when you do that voice, man.
Do not squint. Don't you fucking do it.
I didn't want to take you under.
I say $2.
I'm planning.
$2. That's all it is.
I'm planning on going and having a stroke after we're done with this episode.
Oh, I hope you do.
I don't need to masturbate myself. I'm fine, but you go give it a little doop, you're good to go.
But speaking of the AMC,
yeah, my doctor said I can masturbate whenever I want to. They said you can have a stroke any minute.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Speaking of the AMC and how they rob us,
What do you call a herd of cattle masturbating there, Kevin?
I need to go get
a herd of cattle masturbating. I think we call that city council.
Well, yeah, that and beef stroganoff.
I've heard that's a good one.
All right, no fucking dad jokes. God damn it, no fucking dad jokes. All right, I gotta draw the line somewhere. I should draw it at the fucking racial stereotype, but I've fucking given up on that.
You can't. I should draw this line behind the word Moulignon, but I just fucking can't anymore.
I can't do it. I'm like
Muammar Gaddafi. You cross this line, you die. Okay, you cross this line, you die. Okay, you cross this line, I'm not coming out.
Fucking dude. Okay, so fucking first of all, speaking of Gaddafi, nobody gives a fuck. All right, nobody gives a. They asked Reagan how he felt about Muammar Gaddafi, and I don't give a shit about that fruit. That's why we need another Reagan, man.
No, we don't.
Reagan didn't give a fuck about anything.
Ugh, I hope it was a painful death. I hope it was a painful fucking death. Fuck Reagan. Fuck that motherfucker.
I'm surprised the Democrats didn't try to run Jimmy Carter this year.
Oh my God.
Technically, he can't have a second term.
Oh my gosh, that would have been funny because he would definitely be more coherent than Biden.
Yeah.
You definitely, but I mean, geez Louise. Fucking Biden. You know what I think? I think Biden is Q. I think the whole time it's been Biden just making this shit up. The whole time. It's January 6th. It's been Biden. And you know how you know? What do you call an old fart? He's a Q-tip. I rest my case.
Speaking of the AMC concessions, though, I need to go pick up candy for tomorrow because I am going to Deadpool, but I don't want to pay those concession prices.
Nobody does.
Too much.
But
that's the only way China keep economy going if we purchase AMC. Otherwise, we'd be failure. We have to have big, expensive candy. We don't have candy in China. Candy is stripper.
I do need that Deadpool popcorn bucket, though.
I tried. They actually advertised the cowl bucket, and they didn't have it. I was pissed.
Oh, really?
I was so fucking pissed.
Do you have the Dune bucket? That bucket double as food receptacle and perverse toy. That's the Dune bucket. You seen the Dune bucket? We designed that in Beijing. We know Americans love it because they so evil and perverse. Big old fat evil perverse Americans. They love to fuck with the Dune bucket.
Anyways, I think we got to wrap it, Tony. Don't you?
We do. I got to set up the studio for band practice.
But as we rapidly approach episode 100 here in only like 19 short weeks.
Hey, by the way, sorry, wasn't trying
Hold
to help.
Hold the fuck on. Episode 100 is in 19 weeks. We're on episode 83. Did you learn Common Core math, you dumb bitch?
I don't know how many weeks away it is. All right, I'm guesstimating, motherfucker.
100 minus 83. Not 19.
I'm not doing math right now, motherfucker.
Close. You're in the ballpark. No, but hey, by the way, sorry, I went off the rails. I was following Tony here. I was like, oh, this is one of those.
Everybody does.
Everybody follows me because Jer is useless. Nobody wants to listen to him.
I want to talk about Walmart fish tanks. And listen, I want to talk about them too, but I also want to talk about, fucking a China popcorn bucket.
He's like, I can be myself on this podcast. I'm like, please do.
I'm like, please don't. I have enough of somebody who's himself.
Well, wrap it before you tap it. But I appreciate the offer, fellas. This was fun. This was a great podcast. I can do clean. I do normally, but you led the way. Sorry, Jer. You got to get out ahead.
I don't fucking do clean. Clean is bullshit.
You got to get ahead of him, Jer. If you're going to get him to be whimsical Ray Romano, you got to get ahead. I can do a great Ray Romano impression. I just do Kermit the Frog doing his impression of Christopher Walken. That's the only way I can get there. You've got to get ahead of it, Jer Bear. If you don't, Tony will run over you like my
What is happening right now?
At a buffet.
Apparently, we're listening to fucking Ray Romano take on this podcast.
Anyways, Kevin, buy yourself a goddamn microphone. All right, quit being a cheap bastard, motherfucker.
Sorry, were you guys able to hear me enough? Sorry about that. I know.
Yeah, we can hear you enough. It's just not. It's not as crisp. Fucking.
Fair enough.
Fucking Jer, send him the link that I sent you so you can get the proper microphone.
Just Google Shure microphone.
Yeah, it's the MV7.
I need to. You're right. I'm not arguing. You're right. When you're right, you're right. I need to get the best one. That's what I like about Donald Trump. He's always tweaking the ghost nipple. The best. He's seeing the naked ghost nipple. He's gonna.
Oh no! The imaginary accordion.
Yeah. Yes. Well, I play accordion, so I can definitely.
The double
fisting the bottled water.
That's some heavy water. Listen, it's molecularly heavy. There's minerals in every droplet.
But Tony, I think for episode 100, we go 2 hours, motherfucker.
I think 1 hour a week.
Yes, it's happening.
I think 1 hour a week is enough.
God damn it, it's happening.
1 hour a week is enough with your fat ass. But guys, we love each and every one of you motherfuckers. Thank you for fucking joining us. If you're watching this on YouTube, you cheap motherfuckers. I'm never gonna let that go.
Hold on, wait. Do you have anything you would like to promote, Kevin?
Yeah, let's see. Well, I'm doing that show with you in a few weeks. I play in 2 bands myself. High Rise is a reggae ska thing. Listen, I like to play with the guys we solo. I never thought I'd be in a reggae ska band. I'm a metal dude, but that's where I ended up, and I love it. I'm also in a Grateful Dead cover band called The 11th. I like Pink Floyd. We jam. It's fun. So if you're in South Dakota or Wyoming or Montana or North Dakota, Black Hills region, if you're in this little region here, catch one of our shows. I've got 2 novels published. One of them's out of print. The other's called it's just called Amphibian. And it's about a robot that becomes sentient after somebody bangs his girlfriend and he gets mad about it. And so he kills the guy that banged his girlfriend. And everybody's like, hey, we got to kill this robot. And he's like, oh, I better go to robot church. And so he goes to, and you read the book.
So it's weird. It's Weird Science meets the Terminator.
Yeah, it is. Yes, kind of. And there's a scene in a ventilation duct where a cat gets thrown at somebody. And then I have a lot of music. My latest song is called Eternal Theme. It's about a chick that I think I actually met. I don't know. It's a good song. Probably not a good song. I like it. I think I did a good job. But
I have an idea. I have a really good idea. Hold on. I have a really good idea. Before we get too far into this, just plug your social media and put it there.
Yeah.
But they deleted all my social media. See, I have Facebook and Gmail and Twitter. But they
posted on Twitter.
I did.
What's your Twitter handle?
But listen, I'm just filibustering right now. Come on, I'm going to say everything I can. No, I'm kidding. All right, that's all I got, fellas. That's all I got. God bless you. Thanks for having me on tonight.
Thank you for fucking joining us, Kevin. But guys, fucking follow all of our shit. I always put it down there, right? And we will see you beautiful motherfuckers right back here next week for another episode of Shut the Fuck Up.
The fuck up.
He always misses it. He always misses it. You want to know why? Because he's fat and slow, right?
Oh, fuck off. Shut the fuck up.
Hey, love you guys.